Hi, this is Emily Van Sambeek, and this is my radio submission for the 2022 WFCA Online State Tournament. Good morning, this is your host of the most, Emily Van Sambeek. Today I'll be taking you all the way from Poland to the world of basketball. This is everyone's favorite Wisconsin broadcasting, news from the 252. Starting off with our global headlines, Russian Secret Service officers in diplomatic positions. In Poland, Poland's International Security Agency says it has identified 45 Russian Secret Service officers and their associates who have enjoyed diplomatic status in Poland. The agency is asking the foreign ministry to expel the Russians who were described as a danger to Poland's security. The agency also said Wednesday that it detained a Polish citizen on suspicions of espionage for the Russian secret services. The suspect worked in Warsaw's registry office and had access to city archives. Zooming into national headlines, new update after tragic fatal crash in Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says 6 teenage students killed in a collision with a semi were riding in a small car with only 4 seats. Only the 16-year-old driver and front seat passenger were wearing seatbelts when their 2015 Chevrolet Spark collided with a semi Tuesday afternoon in Tishomingo, located about 100 miles southeast of Oklahoma City. The Highway Patrol says those who killed included the 16-year-old driver, 3 15-year-olds, and 2 17-year-old passengers. The victims' names weren't released because they are juveniles. Heading on over to some state news, developers of a $492 million transmission line are appealing a federal judge's ruling that blocks the project's crossing through the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife Refuge. The transmission line would run more than 100 miles from Dane County to Dubuque County in Iowa. The Driftless Area Land Conservancy and the Wisconsin Wildlife Federation have mounted a number of legal challenges to the project in state and federal court. In a ruling earlier this year, a federal judge sided with the conservation group that sued the agencies that issued approvals for the line. Now a word from our sponsors. You're about to get charged for the moment like never before with Mountain Dew Kickstart, now in 2 new flavors, mango lime and raspberry citrus. Mountain Dew Kickstart combines the bold taste of Mountain Dew with juice and just the right amount of kick to get you charged for whatever comes next. Mountain Dew Kickstart, fuel with flavor, available at all Pick and Save grocery stores. Thank you so much for Pepsi Mountain Dew Kickstart sponsoring today's broadcast. On to some local news with Governor Tony Evers signing a bill that makes threatening a healthcare worker a felony. The bill makes it a felony punishable by up to 6 years in prison to threaten healthcare workers in their official capacity or their families in reaction to something that happened at a healthcare facility. Legislators drafted the measure in responses to stories from healthcare providers about patients threatening doctors and others who were trying to care for them. Current state law makes it only a felony to commit battery against a nurse, an emergency medical care provider, or a person working in the emergency department. Dribbling on over to the basketball sport world, Giannis returns. He's back. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 25 points and 17 rebounds in his return to the lineup, and the Milwaukee Bucks extended their recent mastery of the Chicago Bulls with a 126-98 blowout last night. Milwaukee's been dealing with many injuries lately. Antetokounmpo missed the Bucks' 138-119 loss at the Minnesota on Saturday because of a sore right knee. Milwaukee player all-star Chris Middleton also missed the last game because he was dealing with a sore left wrist. We'll be ending today's broadcast with the weather. Today, expect a high near 83 with lots of sun, but winds could get as high as 29 miles per hour. Tonight, expect a low around 44 and winds slowing down to about 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow, expect again sunny skies with a high of 90, greatly increased and less wind with only about 8 miles per hour. Tonight, you can expect a low around 48 and the winds to pick up to around 11 miles per hour. Thank you so much for tuning in to Wisconsin's favorite broadcasting, News from the 252. Emily Van Sambeek, signing off.